Welcome back to WendyPaulet Consults TV. I'm Chinwe. It's been a minute since I uploaded a video and I hope you missed me because I did. I missed you guys, and we're back today in this video to discuss public speaking for beginners. In this video, I'll be sharing with you things that will help you in the early stage of your public speaking. I have really good points about basic things you should know and do to communicate effectively before a crowd and make an impact. Public speaking is a form of communication, and communication is a two-way thing. Like, you speak and then you get a response. And the moment you're able to wrap that around your head, it will help you connect with more than one person at a time. I've noticed that a lot of people treat public speaking like they are making a presentation. They just come, say what they have to say, and leave the stage. Even though you'll be the only one speaking, public speaking is not a monologue. It's a dialogue that uses words and emotions. Words coming from you and emotions coming from the people you're speaking with, your audience or your crowd. You're speaking to your audience with the intention to capture their attention and evoke an emotion from them. Before you get on any platform to speak, you must first be convinced of what you're about to say. Communication is all about exchange, and as a public speaker, your aim is to influence your audience with your information and your ideas. For you to be able to influence anyone, you must first be influenced. Whatever it is you wish to share with people must be something you're highly convinced of, so that when you open your mouth to speak, your words will communicate how you feel. For your communication to be effective, you have to set your intentions prior to using your words, because if you don't, people will see through you. For example, actors will tell you they became the character in order to play the role well. This is because when you say what you don't mean, people hear what you feel about it instead of what you're saying about it. That's why you can tell when someone is lying to you. The biggest advice you get when you tell someone you're about to go and speak to a crowd is they'll tell you, be confident, be yourself, but no one ever breaks that down, and that's what I intend to do in this video. Because I know how hard it is for someone to be confident in themselves when they don't even know what being confident in yourself means. Like, they don't know how to be confident in themselves. The first step to being confident during a speech is to set your intentions forward, like I mentioned earlier. If your aim is to convince people about something, make sure you're convinced about that first of all before stepping on that stage to talk to them about it. If your aim is to influence people to make a certain decision, make sure that you are already influenced and will personally take that decision. If you want your speech to move people, be moved by it first. I emphasize this way because I know you have to be there first before you can draw people in. The second thing is that you need to have genuine interest in the topic you're talking about. Know your topic at your fingertips. I've watched some speakers throughout their speaking career, and I found they all have one thing in common, and that is they have the same set of message to give. Whether it's in the seminars they organize themselves or they are invited to speak at an event, they always come with that same message. Like, that's the message that they will share in Germany, Australia, America, Nigeria, like wherever they go with that same message. The only difference could be in the examples they give, a few concepts they add to their original content. But even when you hear them speak for the umpteenth time, you still feel all the energy their words come with, like it's the first time. I think it's because they've said it so much that the words they use become an extension of them. They mean what they say, they believe in what they say, they probably live what they say, they love to hear themselves say it over and over and over again. So as a beginner, it helps when you choose a subject matter that is close to your heart, so that when you open your mouth to speak, people will feel the energy coming with those words. Something you've talked about with your friends or a cause that you're really passionate about. Trust me when I say that you certainly communicate the subject matter you're so used to more effectively, even if it's your first time, than choosing a topic that you don't know so much about. You understand? The next thing you could do to boost your confidence is to convince yourself beyond all reasonable doubt that the people you're about to talk to need your message more than anything. Like, this one is not even a matter of logic. Like, it's about you. So just convince yourself that, this thing I'm about to talk about, these people I'm going to tell, they need it. Like, in fact, they are waiting to hear it. And convince yourself that way, so that when you're talking about it, they receive it the way you're giving it to them. Remind yourself of the importance of what you're about to share and all the benefits your audience will receive when they hear you speak. Doing this will silence all those voices in your head and be telling you, who cares about what you have to say? Who even cares about your opinion? This and that. All those I know we all have it, because me, I get them sometimes. So convincing yourself that they need to hear you speak to silence all those things. Like, that's what I told you, is really not a matter of logic. So just do it for yourself and get your mind ready to share your message and convince yourself that they really, really, really need what you're about to tell them. Just tell yourself that this your message has the potential of changing their life to the best thing ever. And when you go in with that mindset, you definitely communicate effectively. And people watching you think that you've been doing it for years, but you've not. When you get on the stage, relax and do what comes easy to you. You could get advices like walk around the stage, look into people's eyes, watch the way you use your hands and stuff like that. But honestly, really, thinking about all those things could distract you from what you want to talk about. So just relax into speaking what you're speaking and do what comes easy. If you feel like using your hands to demonstrate something, use it. If you feel like standing one place, stand and speak. You understand? Like, I don't think there's a right or wrong way. The most important thing is that you are communicating effectively. So whether you are using the entire stage, whether you are working from point A to B, or whether you are staring them down, like seriously, as a beginner, you need to focus on the most important aspect, the most important part of your speaking, which is the content that you're sharing and who is sharing it. So don't bother yourself about checking what your eyes are doing, your hands are doing, what your body is doing. Just do what comes easy. If standing still works better for you, stand still and do your speech. If walking around the stage works for you, my dear, walk along, like just stroll around the stage, but do what comes easy, because it's about, like, that's why they say it's confidence. Because whatever you do is confidence, people will receive it the way you want them to receive it. You understand? It's only when you start doubting yourself, like, should I really wave my hand or should I really look at them? Like, that's when they'll start seeing through all those doubts. Like, you now start diminishing the impact you want to make. You understand? Someone like me, I'm very animated. And when I talk, you can see all the expressions on my face. Like, I don't even try to do it, but I can't say a word without expressing the word. You understand? And my hands alone will almost blind you. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but in my last video, I tried to keep my hands still and it was just like so uncomfortable for me. I don't know if you noticed it, but if I start listening to all those things, like, I want to enjoy myself when I make my videos, and it will defeat the purpose of making these videos, because I make them because I enjoy talking to you guys and knowing that a lot of people are going to watch this video and they're going to get something really valuable to their lives when they watch my video. And however I present the video is the way I want to do it, and I'm confident in that. And that is what you need to do more than anything. Just relax into what comes easy to you and be confident in that. There's no right or wrong way. And especially as a beginner, if you start reading all those do's and don'ts, like all the do's and don'ts of public speaking and stuff like that, were probably compiled from the best of the best. And they became the best of the best because they were confident in what they wanted to do and it worked out. So you starting and what has worked for other people is not really what comes easy for you, is not your thing, and you're forcing yourself to follow that, could affect you, could jeopardize the content you have to share. So just go with the flow. If you feel like whipping your hair when you're talking, well, I don't have a hair. Maybe I would have been whipping my hair when I'm talking if I did. So just do what comes easy for you. The most important thing is that you believe what you're saying, you are convinced of what you're saying, your content has influenced your life, you're probably living it, and it's you. You understand? Your words become extensions of you because you're saying it from the core of your being. Don't mind me, I'm just really having fun here. So, and that's what I want you to do whenever you get the opportunity to step on the stage and talk to people. Be you, do you, be confident, believing that the people need what you're about to tell them. Do what comes easy for you and just have fun while you're on the stage or in your room making a video. In summary, any opportunity you get to speak to a group of people, even if it's 3 people or 5 people, don't overthink it. Prepare yourself by just breathing and knowing that you know what you're about to talk about. Hype yourself up. Make sure you get your energy up. Do you understand? That's what preparing yourself means. Not about cramming what you have to say. Although if you need to cram it, I mean, do it. Because sometimes when I'm about to go and speak to some people, like, I write down what I want to say and read it over and over again, and it sort of sticks to my head. You understand? That's kind of cramming. But just do what comes easy for you. Prepare yourself, get your energy hyped up, know that you know what you're talking about and you believe what you're about to say, and just do whatever you need to do to put yourself in that mindset that you're about to make history. The most famous people in history and in the world today are the ones that are able to use their words and influence people. So if it's something you're interested in, endeavor to make every moment of it count when you get the opportunity. Let it be something you remember and be proud of yourself. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope you found it really useful. If you like this video and want to see more of it, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel and you get updates whenever we upload our weekly videos. But first, you have to turn on your notification. You can also subscribe to our newsletter via the link in the description box below, and you get notified whenever we upload our weekly videos. You'll receive a free business plan template once you sign up, free materials and personal updates from me that I just don't share anywhere else. My business club still goes on every Saturday by 3 p.m. So if you're in Abuja, come and join us. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you enjoyed this video, like and share with your friends. You never know who you might be helping. Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next video.